What you mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be bat crazy.
Oh, look at this squad.
There's
I'm
been
geeking.
a real clamoring from fans to have this reunion finally happen.
Yo.
Have you been feeling that for the past couple of years? What has it been like for you?
Yeah.
I've been feeling, I think, especially with like the awareness of the Save Daredevil campaign. You know, like that thing really took off, and I feel like they are massively responsible for us being brought back. So yeah, I mean, it feels like there's been a lot of anticipation. It's been a while now. It's close. We're a few months away.
It's a real honor for both of us. These characters are sacred for us. I think for me, the things I was most proud of with playing Frank was always in Daredevil, was always on that show, and work with him was working with that cast. I'm just enormously grateful that we're bringing him back.
Get all sweet on me now, Frank.
The Save Daredevil movement, I think we can't underestimate that the fans
I am
really
so
spoke and
hyped,
were vocal,
bro.
and now we're here. This is wild.
Yeah.
Put a billboard
Yeah.
in Times Square.
Oh,
to
shit.
be able to thank them a lot.
I want you to finish the job.
So, Charlie, you've mentioned that Born Again is kind of a whole new thing, and that's not necessarily a sequel of the OG series. What do you mean by that?
I may have to revisit that statement. It's been a long time since we finished filming the original show that was on Netflix. And what we have an opportunity to do here
Yo, we
is
good, bro. Fuck with
reach
you
new
heavy.
audiences, but also
Yo, bro,
play
fuck with
hits
you
a little
heavy
bit as well.
too.
Trying to tread that line is really difficult, and the writers, I think, have done an amazing job. You can start watching the show and still get as much from it as if you haven't seen any of the other seasons.
You're not serious.
Electric.
I've never been more serious.
So what was it like finally getting back on set together?
Well, for me, in some ways, it felt like I never really left. And again, because of the fans, you know, there wasn't a day that went by where someone didn't stop me and ask me about the show. So I think for me, just the first day I worked with
So good with a
Charlie
beard,
and Deborah,
man.
you know, being on the streets of New York again was pretty incredible.
I think remembering too, like there was a pandemic between that show and this
Yeah,
show,
in
and
my
that
face,
time feels
man.
like no time, right? I mean, we all kind of skipped 2-3 years in there.
I remember the first scene that I had to do. It's like, okay, I'm back into this world again. A part like that is so interesting,
What?
so wild. Like even during takes, sometimes it's like, this is so bizarre. To go back there, it was fun.
I'll say this: the set felt the same. The vibe on set felt very much like coming home.
It was piecemeal, you know what I mean? We weren't all there day one. You know, we were deep into it really on your first day. So we've been talking a lot actually on the phone about making sure what the relationship was going to be like and who was going to write those scenes. Like when two heroes come together, that stuff can be wonderfully explosive. It's again a really good example of why working with someone like John transcends what it can be like, because him and myself, Vincent, Deborah, Eldon, everyone is so obsessed with those details. So it's fun. It's stressful, but it's fun.
Leave it to me.
Now, were there any rituals on set from the previous go-around that you guys kind of revived this time around?
Oh, sure. So there are like certain books and things that I read. Like I read like All the President's Men, like the kind of journalistic, investigative things that sort of put me in Karen Page's mind and the heart of someone who like a dog with a bone will stop at nothing. So I did those things to kind of bring that back.
I did nothing. I just, you know, Foggy really
doesn't
just
have
feels
to.
such a part of me, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel like I had to do anything different.
So it looks like you needed my help after all.
And John, is it safe to say that this series will be darker than we last visited these characters and storylines?
Yo.
I think none of us were interested in pulling punches. I've said it before, you know, it's not about coming
I
back.
am
It's about
so
how you come
hyped,
back, and,
bro.
yeah, we're not pulling punches. Yeah.
Now, Vincent,
Yeah.
John was just here telling us that
Wait.
this new series doesn't pull any punches. Fair to say that it's going to be darker, if not as dark?
It's gonna be as dark. Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
It's gonna be bat crazy.
I would say none of us were spared a night covered in blood of our own or someone else's. Yeah.
I am so ready. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me, man. I'm so ready, bro. Let's get it. Goodbye, y'all. And stream.